Incredible! It's incredible. We have an applause here. Everybody's ready. And we've set off. Fantastic. It's crazy. Look at this stage here. Look at the setup. Isn't it incredible? There's no turning back now. Everything that's going to happen will be broadcast. And if something goes wrong, that's not a problem. For you at home, ladies and gentlemen, we've got this anniversary brochure, which you should have received, and you can read up on all the details. I mean, BRUGG, which means bridge in English. This is just a tightrope. Were they economizing there? No, well, that's what they produce. They produce ropes for ropeways. Take a look at this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this wonderful evening here at our studio in BRUGG. This was the incredible Freddie Knock. It's amazing, and I'm so happy that you're here tonight. Big hand for you. And of course, we'll be seeing each other again later on. So happy to have you. And it's wonderful to have you with us, ladies and gentlemen, watching from home. We have thousands of spectators here with our anniversary event from Switzerland, Germany, Austria, France, and so on. And we're very happy to have you all here, every single one of you. And we have a few guests here present with us in the studio, and of course I'd like to introduce you to them. We'll start out with the outgoing chairman of the board of directors, Otto Suhner. Big hand for him. And then, of course, we have the new chairman of the board with us, Jörg Suhner. Also, big hand for you. Of course, I'd also like to introduce you to our other guests, the group CEO Stefan Wortmann, then we have Andreas Heinemann. It's great to be able to give a big hand, to have a big round of applause, isn't it? Then we have Andreas Bohrer. Welcome to the studio as well. Of course, we have the appropriate distance, you know, Corona and everything. And we have also Patrick with us, amazing, and Markus Gritzer. Welcome as well. I wish you a very good evening. Unfortunately, Stefan Peters is not with us tonight, but of course, I'd like to send out some greetings to Germany to him. And of course, we would have loved to see all of you here with us in the studio, in person, but unfortunately, as you all know, this is not possible, which is why we found a different way of having you with us, virtually. You have a virtual way to attend. You actually can take a selfie of yourself and send it to our email address, which will be projected now. I hope you're making yourself comfortable. Maybe you have a glass of wine with you, and in any case, would like to know and see how you celebrate with us when you're at home. So would like to make a gallery of all of you. So it'd be excellent if you could send in a selfie. And of course, we also want to make sure that we have people up on stage. To do that, we'll just continue with our program tonight. We don't just have an excellent CEO, excellent executive committee, but we also have excellent and very talented employees. And talent really is the word that describes our next act. The subsidiary Rinsmeier Prozesstechnik has met in the evening and written a song one day. And that song doesn't just describe the spirit of Rittmeyer, it also describes the spirit of the entire BRUGG group. And well, I'd say let's listen to this song together as one. So please, a big round of applause for the BRUGG Rittmeyer Band.
1896, where it all begun, as experts and pioneers to change the world as one. Cities get connected, the cables are laid, good quality, yes expected. Spreading innovation is our motivation. Now carry on and make the difference. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Control systems, cables and real estate, put visions as one company. Control systems, cables and real estate, put visions as one company.
Spreading innovation
It's our motivation. Now carry on and make a difference. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Well connected and safe. Safety first, first. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Get up now, everybody, hey. Get up now, everyone together. Get up now, everybody, hey. BRUGG group, come together as one. Get up now. Get up now, get up now. BRUGG group, come together as one. Get up now, get up now, get up now. BRUGG group, come together as one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was the BRUGG Rittmeyer Band. Stefan, Simon, Samuel, Marcel, Anja, and Helen. Again, a big hand for this band. Amazing.
Ja, Ellen, vielleicht kannst du ganz kurz zu uns nach vorne kommen. Jetzt nimmt sich
Helen, maybe
natürlich
you can step
Zeiten,
down and
von
talk to
Corona
us a
stelle ich mir
little.
das ein bisschen
Of course, we
schwierig
want
vor,
to
da zu
know.
proben. Wie war
In
das
these
für euch?
times of Corona, I guess it's quite difficult to actually rehearse. Well, we were able to adapt to the situation. We did what was possible, which means we also met virtually. So we did everything that was necessary to get the best of
Ja, heute Abend geht's ja auch virtuell.
this
Ja, warum
situation.
nicht, oder?
So
Besser
you
als gar
sang
nicht.
together virtually as well. Yes, yes.
Wunderbar, wir
And
freuen
we
uns,
can do
dass
that
ihr
tonight as
heute
well.
Abend,
That's better than
mit dabei
nothing,
seid.
right?
Dankeschön.
Absolutely. So we're very happy to have you here tonight. Thank
Ja.
you.
Und hier, meine Damen und Herren, geht es
And
natürlich
here,
Schlag
ladies and
auf
gentlemen,
Schlag
we
weiter.
will swiftly continue with our programs. Well, you know it. Endless PowerPoint presentations, long presentation, hours, long meetings. You all know that about events like this. But that's not what we'll be doing.
Stop, Miriam, I've got to interrupt. I think this is unacceptable. This is the summit, the pinnacle of this evening. This is what people want to hear. They want to hear presentations, speeches. We've got lots of speeches. Take a look at this. We have Jörg Suhner, the new chairman of the board. You can't just not have him as a speaker, or Stefan Wartmann, the CEO. You can't just swipe away 125 years of tradition. And then Otto Suhner, the former the former president of chairman of the board. He actually uses his own overhead projector. So I'm going to ask the former chairman of the board, Otto Suhner, to come on stage with a big applause. Otto Suhner, fantastic. It's great to have you here on stage. We're very much looking forward to your overheads, and we're keen to hear what you've got to say. Well, 40 years with an overhead projector, that's what I'm famous for. Mr. Hitzig, where is the overhead projector? I wanted to start with my presentation. I'm really sorry we don't have it here. I'm really embarrassed now. Bruno, where's my assistant, Bruno? Here I am. Where is the overhead projector, Bruno? But an overhead projector is a thing of the past. Isn't it in the museum? Yes, that's right. Yes, we moved it to the museum. Don't worry, Mr. Suhner. We're just going to go to the museum. Here it is, as you can see here, in a showcase in the museum. Why don't we listen to your presentation there? I'm going to help you get there. I'm going to show you the way. Let's get to the museum. There we can talk about history. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's fantastic, but it's in the wrong place. Let's move it to the training room. Do you need a hand? Yes, of course. Bruno, can you come in and give us a hand? Bruno's going to help us. Come on, Bruno, make a move. Here he is. Can you move the overhead projector to the training room? Yes, it's got to be put in the training room. That's great, and then we can get started. As you can see, we're all under major stress here. Let's just take the lid off here. Why don't I do it myself? Because you just keep talking and I'll do the work. He's got all the time in the world because he's retired now. We'll be back in a moment. Well, we already have an overhead projector here. Are you kidding me? Now we took it over in vain. So much stress for nothing. Take it, Bruno. Put it back. Let's get going, gentlemen. This is not leading anywhere. That's right. Let's get going. This is a good slogan. Can you hear me in Kleindörtingen, ladies and gentlemen? That's right, we've got to test the sound first. You're right, we've got to test it first, don't we? Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Bruno, move it, make a move. Now, Bruno's going to get back on stage and just to see whether you can be heard properly. Can you hear me? Yes. Fine, fantastic. Perfect. The sound is excellent. Wonderful. Right. I'll give you a sign and then you can start. Is that right? Okay. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, the original plan was for me to talk about entrepreneurship tonight. 5 generations. Yeah, come on, hurry up, hurry up. Yes, 5 generations is what I wanted to talk about, but there's something that's even more important, ladies and gentlemen, and that is our members of staff, both male and female. Bruno, could you put on the next overhead, please? Can I use the remote control? No, there's no remote control. It's a classic overhead projector. You just have to put the next overhead on. That's what you need to do. Bruno, you're making a fool of yourself. You need to take off the overhead, put the next one on, and just do the job that you've been assigned to. Yes, the way we learned it. Now I get it. Now I get it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've got things in order now. Let me repeat. For every company, members of staff are extremely valuable, extremely important, and this is even more true for a company with 125 years of history. It's also true for executive management. Here we've got the persons in charge. This is our management. I think this is enough. I think that's enough from Otto Suhner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just turn him off, because what he can do, he can continue talking about history in the training room, in the museum. But Miriam Rickli is right. We didn't really want to have any PowerPoint presentations, any overhead for 125 years of history. It's just going to last too long. He did say, though, that the executive management is in charge and has to assume the responsibility. So let's ask our executive managers speak. Let's hear from our CEO from the BRUGG Group. So let's give a big hand to Stefan Wartmann. Stefan Wartmann, a warm welcome to you on stage.
Ja, guten Abend.
Good evening, everybody. You keep saying that you're a bit like a coach of the different divisions, and we're very much looking forward to your speech. Well, let me tell you, I was quite shocked when I saw that you just turned off Otto Suhner's presentation. No, you got me wrong there. We didn't turn him off. He's talking as we speak. He's still in the training room talking about history. We're not missing anything. We can actually have a look at what he's talking about. Here he is. This was 1864 in Herisau, in the canton of Appenzell. Fantastic, isn't it? Here we've got my great-grandfather. He was in charge of founding. As you can see, it's all working very well. Otto Suhner keeps talking, and I thought, Mr. Wartmann, I found a great place for you to speak as well, at the headquarters. This is this building here, because this is where you know the ins and outs, where you can be the coach you would like to be. Let's get to our headquarters. Let's run to the headquarters. Right, here we are. A warm welcome to the BRUGG Group headquarters. This is where you are ideal to give you a speech. I've got one requirement. I don't want you to cut me out. I don't want you to turn me off. No, Mr. Wartmann, I would never do that with you, because you're a good speaker. Okay. But before we get started, I would like to have an assistant as well, an assistant with an orange coat. Ah, you mean Bruno? Right, okay, let's see whether I can get Bruno over. Thank you. So here in BRUGG, 125 years ago, in this plant, everything started. This is 125 years... What's the matter now? Why are you interrupting? I'm not interrupting. Don't worry, Mr. Suhner. Just keep going. Your speech is thrilling. People are literally glued to their screens. Well, at long last, I get something right. I actually have goosebumps here, but I don't think we need the small guy here. No, we don't need him, but I need him. Just keep going, Mr. Suhner, and I take Bruno with me. Okay, right, so let's get back to my speech. This is my grandmother, all the chickens. This was back in 1896. Right, Mr. Wartmann, here I've got your assistant. Here's Bruno for you. But I've got a question for you. Do you actually need him to change overheads? Are you going to use an overhead projector? No. We're much more modern. We're going to show a PowerPoint presentation. That's just the same thing. No. No, no, no. PowerPoint is much quicker. We could just flick through the different slides. So, Mr. Wartmann, the floor is yours. You can start your speech. Perhaps you've got to make sure that you get the right slide on. Bruno, that's your job. But don't cut me out. No, Mr. Wartmann, I promise. I promise. These eyes cannot lie. Over to you. Mr. Wartmann, you've got the floor. You can start now.
Sehr verehrte Damen und Herren,
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished customers, partners, vendors, suppliers, dear colleagues, on behalf of the Group Executive Management, we would like to welcome you very cordially here in Klein-Deuttingen to our anniversary celebration for 125 years of BRUGG history. Good afternoon, everyone. We've got 1,600 members of staff. We are busy in different infrastructure areas and we generate 500 million Swiss francs worth of sales. I think that's enough, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I think I've got to cut Stefan Wartmann out because it would be unfair to let the CEO speak while the former chairman is not allowed to speak. Actually, we've got somebody else here that we're really looking forward to, the new chairman, and I'm going to ask the new chairman on stage. Please give a big hand to Jörg Suner. Thank you very much. Jörg, I'm very much looking forward to your presentation. I would really like to know where you're going to take the company. I've got a great place for you to speak, something that's really good. Here, I want to speak here. I want to address the people from here. What are you saying? You want to speak from here? Yes, that's right. I want to be standing here and be speaking from here. Mr. Hitzig, hello, can I get started? I think you're now creating chaos here. Hold on. What do you want now? Do you want to speak in the conference hall or do you want to speak on stage or here? I want to be here, next to the bridge. Jörg Suner, is this good for you? Is this okay for you?
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Hold on. Hang on. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you to the bridge. Because otherwise people will have a split personality as they watch this program. People are going to go crazy. We will have two chairmen of the board. Mr. Suner, please follow me. We can go in, but first we've got to make sure whether everything's working here with Otto Suner in the museum. Let's see what he's doing. The subsidiary was founded in BRUGG, in the canton of Argovia. Here we can see the hub, the railway hub. Cross-selling and accompanying measures create synergies and make us one homogeneous conglomerate of groups, the BRUGG Group. Yes, and this is what we're going to do as well, Jörg Suner. We're going to merge you into the program. We're going to hear you speaking from a bridge. Now let's see what's happening here. After you. Right, now we're back in reality. Fantastic. I know, of course, you also want to have an assistant in an orange coat like Otto Suner. No, I don't need that. I've got my own assistant. Yes, of course. I'm not kidding. This is a Bruno from the future. I'm Bruno from the future, says the robot. This is the robot. I, Bruno, need a break.
Jörg Suner, bitte Ihre Rede.
Jörg Suner, you've got the floor now. Distinguished customers, members of staff, colleagues, partners. This is a spectacular bridge in the background here, and the BRUGG Group has made an important contribution to this bridge. Come on, Bruno, let's cross this bridge. This bridge is 280 meters long, 92 meters tall, and it's certainly an inspiring place to be talking about the future of the BRUGG Group. I am afraid, well, maybe you're not as advanced as I thought you would. Help. Perhaps we're going to look at this with our members of staff. They come to terms very easily. I want to sleep. Okay, and we're going to cut out Jörg Suhner as well. But the great thing is now we've got three people speaking at the same time. Isn't that fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? We really saved a lot of time here. I suggest that we're going to take a look at the different speeches. Where is Jörg Suhner? The BRUGG Group is a niche player. In our activities, we strive to be number one or number two worldwide. Right, and then let's listen to Otto Suhner. Right, next to electrical cables, we also had wires, steel wires, and my grandfather, he was in charge of operations here at BRUGG. Fantastic. And then let's hear the new chairman. Isn't it great, ladies and gentlemen? We can just listen to everyone at the same time. Come on. Come on. It's an inspiring place. And this is the ideal place to talk about the future, the factors for success of our business. It's also a great place to confirm that we are a pioneer in infrastructure projects. I have the great pleasure and privilege to take over as chairman of the BRUGG Group, and I'm looking forward to this. And we're looking forward to it as well, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you probably realized that we're going to hear from the next speaker, the next address by a politician, a member of the Swiss Parliament. But I don't think it really makes sense to hear from a politician. Let's just forget about the politician. Let's take him off the program. Mirja Rickli already made the point earlier. It's all too long to talk about 125 years of history. There's no point. So let's just get rid of Andreas Bohrer and everyone else. Oh, what's this? I've got to answer this call. I'm sorry about that. I've got to answer this call. Yes, Mr. Burkhardt, hold on. Hang on. Not so quick. Hello, Mr. Burkhardt. I'm really sorry. We had to take you off the program. We won't hear you speech, unfortunately. Well, I was invited as a member of parliament, and I've got quite a bit to say, and I actually put on my tie to please Otto Suhner. Yes, this is a great sign of respect, but we didn't actually produce a film with you. Yeah, I thought so. So I produced my own film. Dear Suhner family, ladies and gentlemen, dear members of staff of the BRUGG Group, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure and privilege to address you here and to congratulate you on 125 years of history at the BRUGG Group. Hitzik, can you turn me off? Can you cut me out? You did tell me that you would cut me out. Yes, I can, no problem. I'm just confused now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So we got him, we've got rid of him. We've got four people speaking at the same time. We can talk about the next one. Let's hear from the CEO. We've got 40 subsidiaries. We have a wide footprint worldwide, but we have an SME culture all over the place. Let's get back to the original players. Here we've got the Merker family, 3 generations of Merkers. They already worked for Otto Suhner and Company. Then we've got 4 generations with the Wartmann family. You can also see Dr. Stefan Wartmann, our current CEO. We're going to hear from him right now. Let's hear from Stefan Wartmann. You've got to press with the remote control. Next slide. And we've got the great-grandfather, Gottlieb Suhner, my grandfather, my father, yours truly, and today, Jörg Suhner. Let's hear from Jörg Suhner. This is a sign of our home. BRUGG is part of our brand name, of our company name. We are domiciled in BRUGG. And then we're going to hear from our politician. Since then, the company has left a clear mark on our canton and made an important contribution to our canton, Argovia, becoming one of the main industrial locations of Switzerland. We're a leading niche player in infrastructure, and we want to make a crucial contribution to the big challenges of mankind. This is an important statement. Our future initiative, BRUGG 2025, is a symbol of an ambitious growth and innovation program. Did you hear that? Making an important contribution to the challenges of mankind. That's important. Now, the advantage is you're getting the point, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're talking. We can test whether this is really true because we've got the divisional head, Andreas Bohrer, here with us. And I'm now going to ask him to come on stage so that he can address the issue and we can ask a question and get his answer. Isn't this crazy? It's amazing, isn't it? I'm really enthusiastic myself. Fantastic. So tell us, what are the challenges of mankind? How are you going to make the world a better place? What does Rittmeyer do to make the world a better place? Well, we control wastewater treatment plants, for example. Wastewater treatment plants? What's that? Well, the Werthölzli wastewater treatment plant in Zurich. I don't think that's ideal as a topic, because what I would really do is to go there with you, and usually there's quite a foul smell in a wastewater treatment plant. Well, you're unlucky there. Well, I've got an idea. We are innovative, aren't we? Yes, that's right. Stefan Wartmann said we're innovative. We've got these augmented reality glasses here. We can use those. You can put those on and go there virtually. Fantastic. We don't have to go to the physical wastewater treatment plant. We can just go there in the virtual world. Wow, this is amazing. Let me test it out. Can I keep it for a moment? Can I get something in here? Yes, that's great. I'm short-sighted. I can't really see it very well. Here it is. Isn't it amazing? These statistics here, 30 to 50 bathtubs of wastewater are processed every second. Isn't that incredible? And I would quite like to know how much cocaine is there in Zurich. Can we also see this? Well, not in this season, but I would really want to know, are we talking about kilograms or tons of cocaine? This is really fantastic. Can I also adapt this and also hear Stefan Wartmann as a speaker? You've got to clap your hands. Wow! And we would like to address the challenges of urbanization. Our members of staff are extremely valuable, and they are the most important players in this whole equation. And now Bruno's awake again. This is amazing. But what I would like to know is about the treatment plant you've shown earlier. Tell me about it. Is there a place that doesn't really have this foul smell? Let's try the pump station. Okay, let's get to the pump station. Can we go in? Yes, let's go in. Here we're in the pump station with 12 pumps. The water that we saw earlier is lifted in order to be pumped through the plant. And what's the speed of water? 203.2 liters per second. What's this? Well, this is the biological purification system. Here we've got microorganisms removing impurities from the water. I can see oxygen content at 2 milligrams per liter. That's great. This is oxygen for the microorganism. Can I change the data as well? Yes, we can increase the ventilation volume. We control everything with Rittmeyer equipment. We measure with Rittmeyer equipment as well. We've got all the technology. This is the server hall. This must be extremely complex to get everything programmed. Yes. It also has to get to the Rittop process control system. Are there any other interesting processes by Rittmeyer? Yes, the Hinterrhein power plant. Right. You go to Hinterrhein, and I'm going to see what people are doing.
So we can continue right here. Let's see. Keep this virtual glass on, these glasses. So let's see what happens here with Stefan Whitereiter. I'll take you on a journey around the globe where we have many international exciting projects and resources that we have. You break everything. You're so silly. You can't just fall asleep when he's having his speech. But that is such a beautiful dream. I was walking on a tightrope. Bruno not. Yeah, very funny. And where did Mr. Wartmann go? Oh, you just messed it all up. Where is he? Well, he said he was going to tour the globe, and I think I know where he is. And you know what? I'm just going to go take a nap. That's right. He said he was going to take a tour around the globe to look at the different products. Exactly. That's what he mentioned. So let's see where he is. We are in Rio, and we are taking a ride down to the city from the Sugarloaf Mountain. This unit here is equipped with Fatser ropes, and what's special here is that inside the ropes we have fiber optic cables for telecommunication. And of course, the most important success factor for us are our employees and their skills and know-how. And of course, they're also very willing to work hard, are very committed, and have a lot of passion. And here we have the transition from my grandfather, great-grandfather, to my grandfather. And what do we have here? While working, well, you spend all your time doing business. That's what you have to do. So you always have to be the first in and the last one out. And, you know, working from home, that's hard. Today, we are in a completely different business environment with renewable energy and electrification of mobility. In La Paz, the capital of Bolivia, which is at 3,000 to 4,000 meters above sea level, there's an entire system of cities with these ropeways, and they are carried by Fatser ropes. And they have great qualities, low noise qualities. They basically don't produce any noise and have zero vibration. Market solutions in this area are important. We have quite some successful examples, and they show that as of 2019, we've already taken on that challenge. We have solutions for safety and security due to falling rocks and avalanches, and we also offer virtually the required early warning systems. Well, this is all highly interesting. You know, just zapping through the channels. You have to pay attention, of course, but I think it works. And now we're talking about Fatser ropes. Fatser, well, we've seen different aspects here. We've had our different presenters here, but now let's look at that in more detail. Andrea Roth is here from Fatser, so please, a big round of applause for him. Why is his seat empty? Is he gone? Where's Andrea Roth? What happened? Hi, I'm already in Romanshorn. Oh, he's already there, incredible. But I guess I have to go get you then. Oh, you are so fast. Amazing. So, okay, let's take a look. Amazing. Yeah, this is fantastic. Fantastic to be here at the Fatser plant in Romanshorn. Excellent. So, tell us more. Well, I'm absolutely happy to be able to meet with you here in Romanshorn. We would like to congratulate our youngsters on their anniversary of 125 years because Fatser has been in Romanshorn for 180 years now. They started out with hemp ropes, and now we have huge rope manufacturing plants that produce these massive ropes. So you're older, exactly. So what's your contribution here to, you know, the betterment of humanity? Well, you can see here the large ropes that we have. These are not just for ropeways, but also for urban installations to be able to secure transportation and connect people in urban cities. Here we have one of the typical machines that are produced by BRUGG. They are at 8 locations worldwide, and we use these steel wires and steel braids to produce these nets that are protective nets to protect from falling rocks and avalanches, and also to secure slopes. What about the technology here? Well, we have digitalization project Smart Barriers. This is an example here. There are sensors integrated here. You can also decide on the life cycle, you can determine the temperature, you can detect when rocks are falling on this contraption. So this barrier has become smart this way. They're connected. So I'm assuming that you have to test this beforehand. Yes, actually we have our little playground in Wallenstadt where we can have rocks drop on the nets. And on cars, I think. Well, usually on the barriers, but we can make an exception today. You know what? I have a fantastic idea when it comes to that. Thank you very much for your explanations, and I'll just go back to the studio. And you know, my brilliant idea is to destroy a car. And to make sure you, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, stay awake and are really part of this, well, I was thinking you can choose the car that we take and destroy and smash tonight. You can scan this QR code, and I think you can see it in the bar below. You can choose whose car should it be. Otto Sooner's car, or Jörg Sooner's car, or Stefan Wartmann's car. You know, just pick the car you want to smash today. I think that's brilliant. And, you know, while we're doing this, we'll take a look around, we'll see and make sure that you're entertained. So I think it's time for music. I think Otto Sooner at the Little Museum has some music ready for us. Otto, please.
That's real. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. Wunderbar. Also, hauen wir rein, bitte.
Yeah, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's me, it's you, it's him, it's Snoop. We are bro. Yeah, bro. We bet still, we roll the wheel. We are bro. Bro. We got so many stories, we can write a whole book. We are bro. Yeah, bro. We face challenges and did what it took.
Your head up high, reach out for the sky.
Yeah.
Come on and feel the drift.
Come on.
Embark and take a lift.
We are bro. Yeah, bro. We go the best. We are bro. Yeah, bro. We go for the best. We will never rest.
We're natural born fighters. Now we got that burning fire.
Pushing
Standards even higher. We're number one supplier.
We make cables so fine, man, it's an epiphany. Connecting wind power with e-mobility. A pipe says it's so dope, you gotta be kidding me. Hooking long distance to your vicinity. A cable car ropes rock, fully or half lock, running against the clock. Elevator over stock, heavy dental barriers, every degree. Positive control system, no water and energy.
Your head up high, reach out for the sky. Come
Yeah.
on and feel the drift. Mark and take
Come
a
on.
lift.
We are bro. Yeah, bro. We go for the best, we will never rest. We are bro. Yeah, bro. We go for the best, we will never rest.
We're natural born fighters. Yeah, we got that burning fire.
Sing it, Celia.
Standards even higher. We're your number one
Supplier. Because we're bro. Yeah. Because we're bro. Yeah. Because we're bro. Yeah. 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 Woo. Yeah, that's right. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Because we're bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. One last time, Celia.
Come on.
Come on. Come on, bro. Woo. Bring it.
We're natural born fighters. Yeah, we got that burning fire. Pushing standards even higher. We're your number one
Supplier. Supplier. Thank you, everybody. Woo. Yeah.
Wunderbarer Satz.
Brilliant music, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent from our BRUGG group band. Incredible. And it's so exciting, all of this. Let me check just quickly what our survey is saying. Okay. Otto Sooner is at the top. So I'll suggest we wait a little before we crash that car. Use the QR code, please, because I think they're still having their presentations, they're still speaking, so let's just check up on them. Stefan Wartmann. Oh, no.
In diesen Bergen, den Hängen.
Well, with this river, we have strong forces of nature And we try to transform and use and take advantage of this force of nature with heat, with natural gas.
Wir helfen, mit diesen Naturkräften umzugehen.
So here I have a few mottos that I wrote down, the most important ones you find here. There comes a time in every project when you have to shoot the engineer and start production. And I'm an engineer, by the way. So let's listen to the politician real quick. Well, obviously, he was very successful. Highly stable, solid safety nets are here integrated against rocks falling in this subterraneous cave. Through this dynamic net, energy is absorbed, but also you're able to save on concrete that is being used. So this is a method to save on resources, reduces our carbon footprint, and is energy protecting. 1 year after my joining the board of directors, we had the crisis of Fukushima, and this has really been the beginning of this energy transition. Today, we are facing a completely new business environment with the renewable energies and mobility. We are in Mexico City. Here, every year, we have the Formula One race that takes place. It is a race through the city where many things have to be built up and then, taken down again. And BRUGG protective systems are being used here to protect the audience. Incredible. And we've seen cars crashing right here, so I think now is the time to destroy another car. Let's see, who's at the top? Otto Suner, still. Of course, and that's what we'll do now, ladies and gentlemen. Here in Wallenstadt, let's look at that. Yeah, the sun's shining there, as you can see. This is the car of Jörg Suner, his large car, well, then we have Otto Suner, and here's Stefan Wortmann. We know that he always uses the trains, public transportation. This is why he has his little cheap car. So we don't have the most expensive cars around here, but let's see. Let the countdown roll.
Bruno,
So where is that now? Where's the test? What's happening? Oh my God, no. Oh, I'm good, I'm fine, nothing happened. Well, that's my car, Bruno. Oh, take it easy. Now you have a pickup. But it's a bit heavy on the load, but this is silly. This was too much. You just overdid it here. Did you want the key back? Yeah, my Mercedes. Come on. I'm not going to help you unload that. That was just silly. Okay, where was I? Right. Now I remember. Do you remember? I think we were listening to Andreas Bohrer because we wanted to go to Hinterrhein. Exactly, Hinterrhein. We wanted to look at those power plants. Incredible. Look at this dam. What's the name of this? Val di Lai. Yeah, of course. And, for the Swiss people watching, we have, Roger Schawinski, Kupera. Yes. He knows everything. He knows it all. Okay, let's go to Andreas Bohrer and join him to learn more about how these things work. Okay, Andreas Bohrer, what are you doing here? What's what you do here? Wonderful things, great things, I'm assuming. We have clean energy here thanks to water. And with our module here, we can measure how much water is put through this pressure pipe with these sensors. So what's the maximum amount here? About 72 tons of water per second. So 72 Fiat Panda cars, right? Excellent. Here we have those 72 tons of water, and this REPOS measures whether this valve is open or closed. Here we can control the turbine and the generator. But, question to you, where's Bruno? That's a good question. Where is Bruno? I think he's still asleep. Let me just wake him up real quick. Let's just add some water here. Come on, Bruno. Come on, pull yourself together. Oh, at least there's a chair here. Well, yeah, sure, sit down. And where are we here? Well, this is mission control, basically. Here you can see the systems control technology. You can control everything through here. Careful, Bruno! This releases pressure. What happened? Well, I think it's time to go back to the stage. Bruno, come on. Let's go back to the stage. And you can do whatever you need to do, but we'll be back on the stage. Exactly. Oh, disaster. Oh my God, I apologize. Well, I think this is getting really expensive. I've broken yet another thing. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, yes, this is a lot. But we have a lot to say, too. And you know why? Because we have so many interesting, diverse products that we have to introduce to you. And that takes some time, of course. And that's why we do it. And, you know, picture this. What if we had all those speeches one after another? I think we'd still be here tomorrow. So let's see. Well, in China, we have huge volumes of water that are transported, basically guided from north to south. To optimize the water flow, we have Rittmeyer special sensors that are being used here to be able to guide the feed here. And it's being measured online constantly. The BRUGG group really values tradition. And tradition, as we all know, it's not just worshipping the past, but it's also to, you know, hold up the torch and continue the tradition. In French Guiana, we have the space station Kourou, which is where BRUGG has installed different pipe systems, guiding systems to support the base of the Ariane space rocket. Well, energy transition, this is really the key work and the core of our activities at BRUGG Group. Today's vision is to be pioneers in infrastructure in this regard. And let me elaborate. In the difficult years 2015 to 2018, we have already dealt extensively with the reorganization of the BRUGG Group. The core idea was really initiated because of the energy transition, and we decided to not be just lagging behind and trying to catch up. We wanted to be at the forefront, so our presence in the infrastructure sector, energy sector, should help to forge this path and to take advantage of the opportunities. Incredible innovation, opportunities, and what I've heard is we have a product in Zug, such a product that was described just now, and Mr. Borer just went there. So let's join him and look at this project. Bruno, join me. I think this is absolutely incredible. I have goosebumps. This is just amazing. Come on, Bruno. Okay, Mr. Borer. So what does Rittmeyer do here in Zug? What's innovative about this? I'm freezing. I think I have to leave again. Bruno, come on. Bruno, come back. We're heating here. Actually, I'm way more comfortable in the studio. What do you mean you're heating here? Well, we have automated the supply of water, natural gas, and heat. And what's new is we're heating here in Zug with water from the lake. So Rittmeyer builds the controls and pipes here, but the pipes is not from you. The pipes are not from you. Yes, the pipes are from the colleagues in Kleindottingen, working. And this is a world record that we have here with the lowest thermal conductivity ever. Oh, look at that. I'm very fast. I'm already in Kleindottingen. And now I'd say, let's enter the hall where Stefan Peters usually works. Well, unfortunately, he's not here today or tonight, but let me just go into the hall real quick. So here we are. This is this medium, the piping, and we can see all the production here. This is the special ingredient that we have, insulation, that is being used. And on the other side is the event. And here we have another insulation element, this entire production hall. Well, unfortunately, Stefan Peters can't be here today, but, you know, Angela Merkel is a bit more strict when it comes to COVID, so that's why he's not here. Let me call him. Mr. Peters, Unfortunately, you're not here, but what's your contribution here to reduce CO2 emissions? Well, pipes are something we use in district heat in this sector, and it's good for the environment because they reduce the nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide emissions and pollutions in larger cities where they're used. That is one big advantage for district heat. And we provide the pipes with the best insulation values in different variations. But currently here, Calpex is being produced, so what type of pipe is being produced in Germany? Well, Germany really is a market leader for the best insulated pipes worldwide. We produce up to 2,000 kilometers of working pipes in different dimensions with excellent people, excellent employees, and we do that for the entire world. Can we have a quick look at that? Yes, of course. This is a production hall. This is a new production hall, actually. Last year, we started working here. It's being used for this kind of material that is used in the transportation sector. The sound quality was awful. I don't think that makes much sense to continue that call. Let's save some carbon here and leave him alone, and let's look at the other speakers that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in New York. In Manhattan, the heliport is being equipped with aviation fuel pipes from BRUGG. Well, we are a traditional energy company, and we have taken the advantage and taken the opportunities to become a modern infrastructure company. And we want to focus on 3 areas: security, sustainability, and environmental protection. Well, besides the entrepreneurial risk, there are other risks as well. My father, yes, he was a passionate pilot, and he got very unlucky. In March in 1930, he had a crash in Sursee in Switzerland, and he is the first, or was the first military pilot that saved his own life with a parachute. What is this? Wait a second. Let's do it this way. I just tag him and... And now let me just join you in the studio. Here I am. And let's just move on. I think we're coming slowly to the end of these speeches. And let's just look at Stefan Hartmann and what he's saying. BRUGG Lifting produces a large part of elevator ropes and belts in China, in Suzhou. Here we have a plant that produces these belts that are used worldwide in elevator technology. Our elevators and our belts are being used in the Pearl Tower, in the World Trade Center in New York City, or in Burj Khalifa, the highest building worldwide with 830 meters. With our newest offering, BRUGG Connect, we make sure that the infrastructure for charging stations in Switzerland are being expanded to make sure the ranges can be secured in Switzerland. Jamaica is very popular as a tourist destination, but there's also mining that's going on. You know, and to make sure we're up to speed here, I think we just have to accelerate all of this to move on a bit more quickly. Just pay attention to make sure you can really understand what's being said. Together with the company Doppelmayr, we have very special ropes that are being delivered, and for transportation instrument and equipment. And what's very special here is that you can transport... You understood everything, right? You understood all of that. You just have to focus a little. Oh, that was a bit too fast, I think. Let me just slow it down a little bit. I'd like to wish Jörg Suner and his entire staff at BRUGG Group all the best and much success. Wonderful. And now, Jörg, Fatser ropes are being used when it comes to these lightweight constructions in Rio de Janeiro, in the Arcana studio, and this was used exactly with this large diameter of 13 centimeters, and they're being delivered this way and installed this way. And we have further examples, such as the Rebel Stadium in Las Vegas, or here, the stadium in Istanbul. And what about the new chair of the board when it comes to this speed? Well, stay healthy. Our goal has to be to stay healthy and not get sick by trying to be perfect. Okay, and now the highlight. Let's listen to all of them at the same time.
Und jetzt bitte Herren noch der Schlusssatz, bitte miteinander.
Wir danken herzlich für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.
Everyone together, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the show. Well, you can come back to this green box, to the stage, for a big round of applause. Our chairman of the board, Jörg Suner, Stefan Bartmann, CEO, Andrea Roth, Andreas Bohrer, and of course, outgoing chairman of the board of directors, Otto Suner. Ladies and gentlemen, again, unfortunately, Stefan Peters is not here today. We're so sad that he couldn't be with us because of COVID. You know, you can't have it all. You can't change it. It is what it is. It's a bit sad, though. But we'll continue with our... What's happening here? What is that? Stefan Peters! Oh my God, unbelievable. How did you do that? You're gonna just crawl through this pipe. Through the pipe you got here. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, take a seat. So exciting to see you here. And, you know, that was very clever of you to use the pipe. And Miriam, please.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, ich glaube,
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all agree this was quite confusing and quite busy on the stage and in the different videos. But of course, I think it was quite an entertaining business update. I'd like to take the opportunity to ask all of you to give our members of the board of directors, our division heads, and of course, our comedian duo, Lapsus, a big hand of applause, please.
Ja.
As you can see, I'm here in the studio. I've switched places. Of course, we have to take advantage of this entire huge stage that we've built for you. So I'm here now, standing with the BRUGG group here. Very talented. We heard your song earlier, and you were one of the creators of that song. Heinz Studiger, tell us a little bit about how this project came about.
Well, before I do that, I'd like to introduce the band. Sound Kitchen, there's Jérôme, guitarist and guitarist and lead singer, Celian. On drums, we have Remo. Then we have the great Urs on bass, Anja and Ellen, and myself, Heinz. Heinz, alias BRUGG rapper. You are a rapper. You look fantastic. Excellent outfits with the crane hook. Yes, BRUGG has diversified. We also produce jewelry, industrial jewelry, so to speak.
Erzähl uns mal noch ganz kurz, wie ist dieses Projekt entstanden?
Tell us about this project.
I'm just one player of this big plant. It was Bavish Mystery in charge of sales at BRUGG, and Stefan Wartmann said, can't we try something else with our band? Stefan Wartmann said, yes. Jérôme wrote a fantastic track, and I wrote the text with my wife and reviewed it with Jérôme, and together with people from Rittmeier, Fatzer, BRUGG Lifting, etc., and Georg, we produced something fantastic. I hope the spirit of the BRUGG group came across.
Definitely, the stage was on fire. Thank you very much for that, and I'm so happy that you stay with us tonight. And we will carry on here. Ladies and gentlemen, such an era, of course, leaves its marks, and we will have the opportunity now to look back on this era. 44 years of activities as the chairman of the board, 44 years of Otto Suner.
am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. Passing high clouds to be near you, to be free.
Walking down the street, telling everyone I meet about this feeling that is growing. Me and all my friends, and they are telling their friends too about these changes that we're knowing. Infinity takes no time at all these days. So much more than just a passing phase. And have you heard about the next generation? You got all the information, so there's nothing in your way. Have you heard about the next generation? You are the leaders of tomorrow, and tomorrow's here today. See the world by touch, and what you see can mean so much. There are no words to hold the meaning. It's better day by day. Life can give and take away, as long as love is where you're leaning. Infinity takes no time at all these days. So much more than just a passing phase. And have you heard about the next generation? You got all the information, so there's nothing in your way. Have you heard about the next generation? You are the leaders of tomorrow, and tomorrow's here today. Well, tomorrow's here today.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
How emotional all of this. What an amazing story. How was that for you just before handing over the baton, basically?
Well, it was amazing.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, let's give a big hand for the artist here, for Frauke Menger.
Incredible what you've done here.
You know, I think I look even better in the sand than I do in real life. I was really touched.
So you're very touched. I don't know if you can see that through the camera lens, but I think you know, I saw a tear or two.
It was wonderful, great.
I can see Otto is so touched. I think you need a couple of seconds to take a deep breath, and I think we'll talk to each other after a minute or two. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just continuing with our exciting program. I promised in the beginning that our first artist will be back tonight, have another act, and this act is definitely nothing for the weak-hearted. He holds 3 world records that he realized at the Glacier 3000, and he's already planning his next attempt at a world record, spectacular attempt. At an incredible height of 5,000 meters above sea level 7,000 above sea level, 5,000 above floor. He will have a special construction, a platform, 2 platforms basically, joined by some tubing that will be suspended in the air on a hot air balloon. And he brought this platform with him tonight. This is a world premiere. He's never shown this act before an audience. So I'm very excited about this. I'm sure you are as well. So let's welcome him back to the studio here in BRUGG. Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Knock. Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Knock. Incredible. We will be seeing him again shortly on this special construction. He actually is going to get his bicycle, probably take a deep breath and get ready, and we'll take advantage of this little break, this time. As I've mentioned, last year he set 3 world records at the Glacier 3000, and now we'll have a look at those 3 world records. We'll be showing them to you. The first one here that I mentioned, he did that on a rope of a ropeway, 40 meters. He walked at a gradient of 39% without any help. And then we have Freddie Knock at his second world record here without seeing anything. And he was wearing the same Swarovski helmet that we've seen here in the show. So there's absolutely nothing you can see through that helmet. And then the third world record he set with a bicycle. He did 367 meters across such a rope. And this is the bicycle he has with him now at the studio. So, Freddie Knock, the stage is all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Knock. This really takes your breath away. Incredible what you do and what you just did here on this stage. And of course, we are all wishing you the best for your new world record attempt. Fingers crossed. And thank you very much, Freddie Knock. So yeah, that's incredible. And this is really a smoothless transition. Really hard to take a deep breath in between. Freddie Knock, I think that would be excellent, the perfect person to test all Fatzer ropes, right?
Absolutely. And we're all very pleased that Freddie Knock came down to Klein Döttingen and uses our Fatzer ropes. Freddie, we wish you all the best. I'm already looking forward to seeing you walking across the Rhine waterfall 2 years from now, and I'll be there.
So you will be part of that?
Absolutely.
That requires a lot of synergies to be able to go on such adventures. So how did it start with you, Otto?
Well, let's go back to the 125-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. It all started down in BRUGG, Kabelwerke BRUGG in 1896. And actually, the BRUGG Kabel AG is celebrating 125 years. Terna, we only hold 10% now. Today it's an Italian company, and my friend Agostino Konacenki is the chairman there. And there's eConnect also. These two companies are the ones actually celebrating 125 years. Now, of course, we are the junior partners compared to Fatzer, 185 years, but that's where it all started. And it would be interesting to see what BRUGG Cables, Kabelwerke, does today. It's a fantastic company, and perhaps Dr. Ansorg, the head of Kabelwerke, can tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, because we have him on the line, actually. Dr. Daniel Antwort, please.
In
this history of 125 years, BRUGG Kabel AG always focused on quality, innovation and growth way beyond national borders. BRUGG Kabel AG was headed by Otto H. Suhner. It was developed by Otto H. Suhner and became a highly valuable brand. Then the energy market changed, and at the same time, the majority of BRUGG Cable AG was sold to the Italian Turner Group. It was a win-win situation for everyone involved. The BRUGG Group was able to focus on its core markets. The Turner Group acquired important know-how through the deal and cables and made sure that they have proper supply of cables for the future as well. And BRUGG Kabel AG itself benefited by having two strong brands in the background, Turner and BRUGG Cables, a new wave of growth, and can focus on implementing strategic goals. The market and all members of staff responded very positively to this deal. We'd like to express a special word of thanks to Otto H. Suhner, the old chairman of the BRUGG Group. He turned the BRUGG Group into what it is today and made it possible for BRUGG Kabel to be sold to Terna. I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of Agostino Konacenki as well, the CFO of Terna and chairman of the board of directors of BRUGG Kabel AG, and on behalf of the entire board of directors. We wish the BRUGG Group all the best and success for the future. And in particular, we wish all the best to Jörg Suhner as the new chairman of the BRUGG Group. Thank you very much indeed for featuring us in this fantastic event.
Ja,
Thank you very much, Samuel Anzorg. And Jörg Zuner is here sitting next to me at this Pioneers Lounge. And Mr. Anzorg said you're the new chairman of the board and majority shareholder. Next to you, we have Stefan Wertmann, Group CEO. And I think it's time to take a look into the future. Jörg, what are your vision for the future, let's say for the next 2 or 3 years?
BRUGG ist ein Energie- und Infrastrukturunternehmen und diese Energiewende, die findet jetzt statt.
BRUGG is an energy and infrastructure company, and the transition towards clean energy is happening now. We don't just want to follow what's happening, we want to shape it. We want to shape this development and help make it a reality. In the past, we helped develop the networks to handle stronger currents, higher voltages. We produced cables, and we no longer do this. We no longer produce cables, but we offer solutions and products for efficient distribution of energy, for an optimized utilization of energy, and later on also for optimized storage of energy, for alternative production technologies and energy sources. In technological terms, we're talking about increasing the coefficient of efficiency, and what we actually want is increasing sustainability of our products. Sustainability, environmental protection, this is what we do. And you can see it. We're in the middle of it. We're in the heart of it. And we find it great to do more. Now, of course,
I'm sure there are some of you in the audience who want to know how those visions will be implemented, those visions of the board of directors.
Yes, of course. We have clear objectives that we have to implement with our group management. We started a program called BRUGG 2025, which defines where we want to go, energy transition, sustainability, safety. Now, I could talk about this program for the entire evening, but I'm sure nobody's really interested in that. Let me just highlight 3 points. We've got about 40 growth projects that we started in almost all areas of the group, and we would like to look at one or the other M&A story. We would like to widen our existing business, but we would also like to be innovative in producing new solutions, products and services on the market. This brings me on to my second point I'd like to highlight, infrastructure. BRUGG delivers to the public infrastructure. 70 to 80% of what we deliver goes to public projects from the public purse. And our partners are very important. Our clients, our end clients, sometimes OEM clients as well, but suppliers, vendors and external service providers are equally important, supporting us along the way. And at this stage, I'd like to express my gratitude to all our clients, vendors, and suppliers. Many of us have been supporting us for many, many years and help us be successful, help us be a pioneer in infrastructure. And the third point I'd like to highlight is a straightforward one. This is about doing better what we already do well today. Being lean, KVP, but also improving our daily routine, improving what we do every day. And our members of staff are absolutely crucial in driving the company forward, in making the small changes, in taking small steps, in improving BRUGG Group as a whole. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, I would now like to thank you very cordially on behalf of the entire group. Without you, we would not be what we are today. And I would also like to remind you of what happened earlier. There are many retired colleagues watching as well. We would like to extend the gratitude to you as well. You paved the way for us so that we can pick up the reins and continue successfully along the road that you started. That's, in a nutshell, BRUGG 2025.
Fingers crossed. And ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. You're all part of that vision. And now we'll just move on swiftly, of course, but as it is usual for a TV show, there's always a commercial break. And of course, I will not rob you of that. We'll continue just after one single spot.
Am liebsten tanke ich in BRUGG und zwar mit den Kabeln.
I prefer to fill up in BRUGG with Ethernet cables because that's the fastest way to charge a car. Ra-da-da-da.
Ja, und Sie sehen, ich habe bereits
And you can see, once again, I've changed locations on this wonderful stage. I just really want to take advantage of this.
Yes, we always get back together again.
Excellent. Otto, we have received a question from Austria from one of our viewers. The question is, what would you like to pass on to Jörg and Stefan from your 44 years of experience?
Ich kenne den lieben Kunden aus Österreich.
Well, I think I know what customer from Austria you're talking about. It would have been great if he'd called me before. Then I could have prepared an answer. But now you're surprising me with the question.
But as we know you, you're spontaneous, right?
Now, I'll just attempt an answer. Well, Jörg and Stefan, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it's a fight for market share. It's a battle for clients. And this battle, this fight becomes harder and harder. All your competitors use the same starting material. They've got similar equipment. They've got similar IT. And they fight for the same clients. But there's one difference. The difference will be as follows. The company with the most dedicated employees is going to cross the finishing line first. Productivity equals motivation times ability. And I would like to wish you all the best. And my message to you is, make it one of your strategic success position of the group, the BRUGG group. And now she's disappeared. She's left me alone on stage. Miriam's gone. And perhaps one more point, Jörg and Stefan.
Nur Macher machen Fehler.
Mistakes only get made by those who risk something. If you don't risk anything, you won't make mistakes. But you always take risks and you make mistakes. That's fine. It's great. So my wish is to assess your risks carefully, properly, so that we can preserve the very strong equity capital base we have in our company. You know, for decades, I helped working hard to make the corporate group what it is and to make it possible that we can do without any borrowed capital. Now, Miriam's not on stage anymore. The third point, she asked me about 3 points. Well, perhaps some more general points. Take care of your clients, take care of your shareholders. I'll be one of your shareholders, just a small scale shareholders. Take care of your members of staff as well, of your employees. And bear one thing in mind. Theory is all about knowing exactly how it works, but it's not working. And practice means it works extremely well, but you don't quite know how it happened. And my dear friends, Jörg and Stefan, there's lots of pessimists around the world, and they're becoming ever more numerous. For every solution, a pessimist always has a problem. And in this sense, I would like to wish you all the best. I look forward, and I'm very happy, Jörg, that you will take over from me in the 5th generation. It's great to have you, Stefan, as CEO, and it's great to have the 2 main shareholders of our company here as well. And one more tip I'd like to give you. Miriam's not here, but I'm still going to say it. I've got these lovely BRUGG ties here for you. And if you really want to impress her in future, you just look better with a tie.
So, und ich glaube, jetzt wäre es dann etwa endlich Zeit, meine Damen und Herren.
And I think now it's time to really pass on the reins, to pass on the key to success.
Jetzt müssen wir den suchen.
Now we've got to try and find the key. Where is this key? We've got to find the key. You don't. Are you not in possession of the key? But Mr. Hitz, didn't we agree that you would give me the key so that I can give it to Jörg? Oh, that's unfortunate now. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really embarrassed. Bruno, where's the key? It was your job to take care of the key. Well, there were no keys, not even with the overhead projector. But let me suggest something to you. The key finder. We've got a key finder here. Innovation. Take a look. This is what happens now. This key finder is going to find you the key.
Natürlich,
Pioneer of infrastructure. Here it is. Put on the hat. Put on your gear. Get out into the green and make sure you can find the key. Out you go. This is the Sorb. The key has to be in here somewhere. I took my fishing rod along to try and find it. Here it is. This is the key.
Super.
Excellent. Here it is. Jörg, come on. It's time for the key to be handed over.
Wo machen wir's?
How are we going to do it? Do you want me to throw it across? Yes. No, come on. This was a complete miss. Let's do it again. Let's try again. Okay, here's the key. I'm going to throw it. Come on, catch it. Well done. Good catch, buddy. And that's not everything. There's more to come. There's something else we would like to hand over. The most important thing, the overhead projector. We forgot about it. And we're going to hand it over. Do you want me to do it? Yes, just walk across. I can't throw it, but I'm going to put it into your hands in person. Now that's unfortunate. A phone call while I'm in the middle of the... And now I dropped it into the water. Anyway, let me give it to you. Here you go. Thank you very much. This was a proper handover. That's what I call a real handover. Handing over from the 4th to the 5th generation. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, so you can see it was quite chaotic towards the end, but I'm so happy to see that they did manage to pass on the key. I'd like to take the opportunity and wish you all the best and much of success in your new position. Hope you can get some time to relax, Otto, to take advantage of your family time, your grandchildren and so on. So big applause for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we're slowly but surely nearing the end of this event. And now maybe look at this. We're seeing so many faces that are filling the ranks here. Incredible. We've seen people celebrating with a glass of wine or something else, and that means, of course, or, shows that we've spent this evening together. And if you haven't sent in a picture yet, of course you still can do that. Now, all I have left to say is to thank you very much on behalf of the entire BRUGG group for this excellent cooperation, for this wonderful evening we've spent together. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. And now I'll hand the floor one more time to our comic duo Lapsus.
Thanks very much, Miriam. Now, we can't just stop like that, but 125 years, an anniversary of 125 years has to be celebrated properly. And how can we do that? Well, with great fireworks, and that's what we're going to do in here, in the hall, in the studio, because we don't need the studio anymore. No, don't worry. I've got a firefighter here, a specialist. It's Bruno, of course. Bruno will be the firefighter. He will make sure everything is safe. He will bring in two water basins. The two water basins are outside. Yes, they're just outside. Go and get them. They're outside. Go and get them so that we can continue. So we've got two water basins to use the water to extinguish a fire. Now go and get the basins. Well, it's a bit... Here we've got them. Now, you're not really used to working hard, are you? Now shut up and help me get this done. Now, as Bruno announced, now get out, Bruno. You could say these are the pipes, the three pipes here. Come on, Bruno. Don't wind up the client. Cables would be good as well. Bruno, go and get the water. Is the water lukewarm? Yes, of course it's lukewarm. And we want to make sure it can be kept warm. We also have some Perkin foam here, Calpex. You are a lazy bone here. You're not doing anything. You let me do all the work. With the Pure King, we can make sure the water remains warm to make sure we have the basins full so that we can use them to extinguish the fire. Now, Rittmeier has closed the floodgates. Come on. It's not that difficult. I think I'm suffering from prostate cancer. No, that's not funny. It's a bit like releasing your pressure on a personal level, if you know what I mean. Bruno, you're making a fool of yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started with the fireworks. Again, an important piece of housekeeping to make sure nothing happens. We're going to ignite the fireworks, not with a lighter, but we're going to do it with an electronic device. I found a car battery outside. What are you going to do? Are you crazy? Yes, I don't think that's ideal, having water near a car battery. I think it's going to work. We've got a spacer here, and we can do it really well. Let me just make sure. Oh, I'm about to leave. That's me. I'm away. It was a stupid idea to touch those contacts with wet hands. Now the hands are dry. We can start with our fireworks. Music, please. Music. Come on. We've got fantastic sound, guitar solo. 125 years of BRUGG Group. We thought hard about new projects until we came up with the ideas. Our heads were smoking as we tried to find these new projects. Our heads are smoking now as well. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. 125 years of BRUGG. Stefan Peters, just move out of the way. It's not working. We're lacking pressure. I'm going to revive him, resuscitate him. I'm really sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is too dangerous to use this battery here next to the water. Let's just leave it. Now the overhead projector is on fire. Let me use the fire extinguisher. This isn't working. Take the blanket, the extinguishing blanket. Right, everything under control again. Well, let's just use a lighter to light the rocket. Like we do it like on the Swiss national holiday on the 1st of August. Let's just use a lighter. Where are... Oh, my God.
schön. Schade, haben wir's nicht richtig
Unfortunately, you weren't able to see the fireworks.
Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? If you got someone to blame?